It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourself. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to – that's the only time I could really look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, see, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. This is Kevin Harlan joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And just a single game trip away from Cleveland for the Cavaliers. And of course, the big news, Antetokounmpo out with the injury.
Kevin, he went down that last game and he's not available tonight, but from the injury report, doesn't look like he's going to miss an extended period.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small in size, but he's always dreamed big. He said, "It sounds crazy, but I always thought I was going to be an NBA player, that I'd be an all-star and one of the best to play. That was in my head since I was a little boy, before I loved anything, before I knew what love was. I love the game of basketball." Kevin?
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. Well, both sides in this game have incredible talents in the front court. You get the feeling, Steve, that they'll be going back and forth all night long.
When you have versatile guys in the front court, they can take over the basketball game because no matter what, rebounding is a premium. And then you have these guys that can score, dribble, and pass. From the front court, if you have a talented big guy, he can impact the game, I think, even more than a guard.
Yeah, I agree. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's James in at the three, the small forward. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
Thomas against Brogdon. Love outside. Over Parker. And it's Love missing. On defense, Cleveland. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Celtics. Thomas passes to Thompson. Thomas a screen. Thompson dishes to James. Here's Snell. Pass to Brogdon. Out left to the wing. Parker with no one around. Offline with his three. To the inside. Thomas. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
The facilitator, LeBron, sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you.
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Thomas against Brogdon. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Back to Brogdon. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a four-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
First free throw is good.
And a Kyrie's trade demand over the summer, a reflection of his frayed relationship with LeBron. James, with a forceful personality, it seems that may have grated on Irving.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Crowder's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And LeBron remains an outspoken leader on this Cavs team. Still interesting, though, to see whether he alters his style somewhat in light of the Kyrie situation. Perhaps leaving more to the coaches and looking to blend in more with his teammates.
Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound, Thompson. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Middleton against Smith. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Parker with the steal. It's stolen by Smith. Here's James. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Here's Snell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Middleton. That one doesn't drop. Smith with some nice D. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Shoots off the step back. That one's not going to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Thomas, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. To the paint. Jay Crowder with the rebound.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first one falls. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know how accurate JR is from 3. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
The Cavaliers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look back for J.R. Smith, you know, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Now here's Middleton. 14 points from him the last game against Boston. 2 points. That one goes.
Excellent move to score the basketball despite a weak pick.
Here's Thomas. Floats it up for James. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And what's amazing to me, how little James has lost athletically.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Brogdon kicks to Parker. Middleton on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
The screen from Thompson. Thomas kicks to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Monroe.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now Monroe after the missed 3 from Jay Crowder. Screen by Monroe. Monroe with a screen on Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Smith wide open. He fires. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
Brogdon the pass to Parker. Great touch on the 16-footer. Parker's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
For 3, Smith. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And this is where JR can put it on you. Excellent in the catch and shoot.
Bucks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Back to Brogdon. Middleton on the wing, covered by Smith. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. Parker right side, and stolen by James. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And the Bucks with some changes. Akers checked in for Monroe. James Young comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. Korver comes in for James. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. And so it's Cleveland with it. They trail by 1. Crowder dishes to Korver. Outside Rose. Off the screen. And too long on the shot.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Snell kicks to Maker. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Now with this break, let's check out just how the rebounding has been divided up in this game between the front and backcourt for the Bucks.
Well, you love seeing the backcourt stay active and putting that speed and quickness to use on the glass. They've gotten a lot of rebounds and helping to do whatever they can for the win.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Crowder the pass to Fry. There's a good screen. Back to Crowder. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the paint and stolen by Fry. Shumpert with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
The power, the size, you like to see Shumpert attack the paint more often.
The feed now to Snell. To Dellavedova. Down low. And the dunk by Parker.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Well, Cleveland shooting just 35% to start the game. Rose gets to Shumpert. Back to Rose. Lock at 6. Can't hit from the elbow.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Young dishes to Parker. Here's Snell, guarded by Korver. Snell, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
Here's Dellavedova following the score by Derrick Rose. And that one's good. Parker.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Outside Crowder. Korver passes to Shumpert. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's the screen. Rose gets to Shumpert. Over Young. Shumpert, no good. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Young with the basket on the assist by Maker. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
It's stolen by Maker. Here's Snell. Goes back up and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Crowder dishes to Shumpert. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Shumpert's got his second basket.
And that's how you get your confidence going. Shumpert just catching and firing.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Young with no one around. Rebound by Rose.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
The 10-footer. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Korver's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Screen by Young. Dellavedova, the pass to Parker. It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Over Dellavedova.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Parker outside for the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rose. Rose with another miss.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Parker. Here's Snell. It's hauled in by Fry.
He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
The gravity of Kyle Korver drawing defenders and finding the open man.
Here's Dellavedova, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who failed to block out.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. It's Love and Fry, the sharp-shooting big men. Derrick Rose is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Korver in at the 3 slot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM.
Take a break.
He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Smitty, you played a couple seasons in the Northwest where the Portland Trail Blazers are wildly successful and very, very popular. You hear rumblings about a return of the NBA to Seattle. Do you think it'll ever happen?
You know, Kevin, I hope so. There's a lot of places in the NBA, and we have some great cities. But I think Seattle, speaking for myself, was one of the favorites. They came out, they supported. Obviously, most fan bases support when they're winning. But even when Seattle was mediocre, that fan base was there. They enjoyed it. I love the Northwest. I hope it happens again. I hope the NBA basketball returns to Seattle.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the bucket by the Bucks.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Dellavedova dishes to Maker. Back to Dellavedova. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the top offensive teams in this league. They make threes, they get dunks and layups. They make them all at a high level.
You think about the Cavaliers scoring from long range and inside, Steve, they're pretty good from mid-range too.
You know, they have two elite shot creators able to hit the dribble pull-up when all else fails, get them the ball, and pretty much get out of the way.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Channing Frye may be the best floor spacer in the league at the center position. His release is quick, and he's got that nice high release. Makes it very tough to close out in time.
And the first one at the line is good. And Steve, when you look at Channing Frye, how would you defend him?
You know, a lot of teams like to go small on him, and sometimes that doesn't work. He still can post up. He can shoot over smaller guys, and he does have a little post game to punish them inside.
And both free throws good for Frye.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Dellavedova kicks to Maker. He tries for 3. He can't hit that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Now here's Shumpert, guarded closely. And Maker saves it back. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Frye. And James subbed in for Kyle Korver. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And Young kicks to Dellavedova. Passes to Maker. Over Thompson. And that one comes up a bit short. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Rose passes to Shumpert. Vaughn with the rebound. Bucks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. From about 16, Young's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And the Bucks with some changes. Monroe comes in for Maker, and Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Cleveland, J.R. Smith's checked in for Iman Shumpert, and Thomas subbed in for Rose. Now here's James. No one covering. LeBron's got 6.
Seizing every opportunity to score. LeBron outworking, out-hustling people inside.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Here's Vaughn, covered by Smith. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Brogdon the pass to Vaughn. Smith with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Thomas gets a wide open look. Rebound Milwaukee. Monroe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Middleton, and the rejection by James.
On the ball, off the ball, LeBron can really protect the rim.
Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on them.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And for Isaiah Thomas, it shouldn't have too much of an issue fitting in with the Cavs. I mean, he played AAU with Kevin Love. He can distribute and score. Same role as Irving had when he was with the Cavs. All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brogdon, how he did last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And really what it comes down to is great players finding ways to make it work. IT has been getting it done for quite some time. Knows he moved into an incredible opportunity with the Cavs.
Brogdon with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Well, that's what you love about Kevin, a star player who also gets those garbage buckets.
It's deflected. Here's Vaughn, covered by Smith. Vaughn gets the bucket. The Cavaliers leading by 12. The screen from Thompson. Love with the screen for LeBron. Shoots off the screen. Thompson misses. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. LeBron against Middleton. There's the pass to Vaughn. And here is Brogdon. Pass to Monroe. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Thompson. And here is LeBron. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Boston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Bucks trail by 12. Here's Vaughn. Now Monroe kicks to Vaughn. Little turnaround. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Vaughn's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Isaiah Thomas is second.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Here's LeBron. Thompson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Crashing hard on that putback, Thompson does his best work around the rim.
And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Gorgeous reverse. Terrific body control in traffic.
Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Thomas dishes to James. Thompson, a screen on Middleton. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And 11 points for LeBron.
Working the screen like a pro, LeBron creates space and then knocks it down.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
Here's Vaughn. 6 points for him. Kicks it down to Middleton. Over James. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Shoots it. Another miss by LeBron.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Cleveland leading by 12. Stolen by Brogdon. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Teletovic. And the rejection by LeBron. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mirza Teletovic. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Markers checked in for Milwaukee. Tony Snell comes in for a shot. Vaughn. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Kevin Love. Great showing for him last season. 8th in rebounding, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you look at the Bucks in this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
Well, you hear from so many players about what they did with that first check after they were drafted and found themselves, Smitty, with a ton of money. So what was your first big purchase when you were drafted into professional basketball?
I bought my mom and dad a Ford Expedition.
How about that?
A Ford Explorer. It was a Ford Explorer. That was the big purchase. And it was green. I don't think my dad liked that, but because of Michigan State,
Spartan green, right? Spartan Michigan State green.
And so much he's done for me, Kevin. That purchase for me made me smile so much. And my dad, if you knew him, Kevin, he said he didn't want it, but I made him take it.
Great story.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Thomas after the basket by Milwaukee. Crowder, the pass to LeBron. Over Middleton. And that one goes long.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Out to Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Love with the screen on Brogdon. It's a pick by Love. Outside Crowder. Feeds to James. Left side, Love. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Monroe. Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the left wing. Love wide open. He fires. Drills the three-pointer. Love's got 7.
And Love had his feet set, was ready and waiting to knock that one down.
Middleton dishes to Monroe. And here's Brogdon from the arc. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Thomas against Brogdon. It's a pick by Love. Thomas kicks to Love. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
Over eager to make a play. Got out of control. That's an unnecessary foul.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Thon Maker's checked in for Monroe. Young comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon. That one misses. Bucks trail by 8. Now Dellavedova. Inside. Here's Maker. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists in the game. And, Greg, wouldn't you agree? Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending.
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
You know what? He's never been known as a three-point shooter. Not sure why he continues to try.
Dishes to Korver. Crowder kicks to Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Rose. Milwaukee with the rebound.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Young from outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Fry's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shumpert was shot off that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Maker. 1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Down low, here's Fry, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, looking for offense inside as they try to chip away at this lead here in the second.
For Cleveland, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
One shot, gentlemen.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's the screen. Here's Parker. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Free throw good by Parker. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Bucks trail by 4.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
Snell, no good.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Back to Rose. Crowder from outside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Jay Crowder. Dellavedova. It doesn't go for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers lead by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, tough time getting shots to fall in the first half. How do you get back on track offensively?
Oh, we just got to keep on moving, keep on playing with the pass. And we got good energy. We're just not really making any shots. So we're playing pretty good defense. We just got to knock down some shots.
We'll see if we can get it done in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. For the Cavaliers, what'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You know, Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem. Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. And it's Snell in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Brogdon against Thomas. Knocked loose. Kicks it to James. You know, he jams right over Jabari Parker. Ah!
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Brogdon the pass to Middleton. Here's Snell. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Snell's got his first bucket of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 7. The screen from Thompson. Love outside. There's the dish to James. That falls. Great assist by Love. James has got 15.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Screen by Monroe. And Thompson sends it back.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Great tee that time from Middleton.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's an 11-point Cavalier lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Brogdon against Thomas. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, Smitty, we've talked about it. The growth of the game around the globe has really been something to see. How about among international players, guys that catch your eye?
Giannis, his name keeps coming up in all these conversations. Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford has been fantastic. Marc Gasol, Pau Gasol, Rudy Gobert. There's so many different names. These guys stand out, but I think the young guys is Giannis, Porzingis. Those are the guys I'm really looking at.
I'm a Dragic fan, too. Goran Dragic is a guy I like, though. He's a slasher. He's a guy that will drive.
He's been very solid.
And so he makes both from the line. And we think about the Cavs' ability, Steve, to carve up defenses. Top 5 in free throw attempt differential last season.
Well, reason why is their attacking styles. It also shows their veteran savvy at the other end, not getting baited into cheap fouls.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Free throw good, LeBron. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Good on both.
Do you remember that 2003 draft? Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and this guy, LeBron James. He went #1 overall.
Brogdon the pass to Parker. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. And the Bucks with some changes. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Jabari Parker. And it's Rashad Vaughn in for Tony Snell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And again, the Bucks miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
You can't underestimate JR's strength. If you're going to foul him, you can't let him get it up.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Outside Thomas. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. That one falls. Thomas got 5 points so far.
In this second half, it's been a disappointing turn of events for them defensively. The focus, the intensity, just not there.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points. And let's check out stats for James. Coming off a terrific season, 6th in assists, 8th in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Here's Brogdon, and the rejection by James.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Thomas against Brogdon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Moving it up. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. But they recover it.
In the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots. The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks trail by 10. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. He dishes it to Teletovic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And a wide open look for James. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. Thomas got his 6th assist on the night. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's the screen. Teletovic passes to Brogdon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for James.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Young's checked in for Chris Middleton.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. Now here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Kicks it out to Love. Shot clock at 6. Here's James. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. It's Young on the wing. Over Smith. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He feeds it to LeBron. Again, James missing. Bucks trail by 11. Teletovic dishes to Young. Over Smith. Shots good from Young. The Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And here's James outside. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Brogdon with it. Picked up by Thompson. Love grabs the board.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
They get it back. Here's Smith. And finally they hit one. Smith's got 12 in the game.
Whether shooting a jump shot or heading to the rack, JR can be a tough matchup in transition.
Timeout called the Bucks. Well, in the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
Rose kicks to Thompson. Back to Rose. Right wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Dellavedova. Expanding his range. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. Cleveland leading by 5. And it's time for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from David Aldridge. What'd you find out, David?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Cleveland's head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him.
Quietly becoming more dangerous on the offensive end, Thompson draws contact. Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting hand for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
That free throw good from Thompson. And Tristan Thompson remains a relatively poor shooter, free throws and otherwise. He's tried to add a 15-footer, Smitty, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
And I think he's probably better off just staying around the rim. The kind of rebounder he is, sometimes you just have to play to your strengths.
Channing Frye's checked in for Kevin Love.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
Here's Dellavedova, and Thompson sends it back.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Kyle Korver on top.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Crowder, he's checked in for Cleveland. Cleveland moving it around. Clock at 6. Here's Shumpert. Toledovich grabs the board. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Vaughn. It's deflected.
With Shumpert's athleticism, he can bother the shooter.
Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Another miss by Shumpert. Milwaukee has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Crowder kicks to Rose. Here's Fry. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Fry's got 7.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Dellavedova with the ball. 6 points for him, and the basket by Maker.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
Rose in the post, defended by Dellavedova. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. It's on Thon Maker. Kevin Love's checked in for Shumpert. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. Tony Snell comes in for Rashad Vaughn.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Pass to Parker. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, I got an update from the Cavaliers head athletic trainer. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Young passes to Dellavedova. Over Rose, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
He kicks to Love. They set the pick. Rose dishes to Love. Crowder the pass to Korver. 11 feet away. Here's Fry, and Fry slams it in.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well. If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
Parker double teamed. Now the feed to Maker. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Fry could get there more often.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. And both free throws good for Fry. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. Inside, Maker. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Maker's got 11 points.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
And the basket is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
So dangerous on the perimeter. We got a chance to see Kyle Korver convert inside.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Dellavedova dishes to Snell. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Love. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Contest twos, right? We'll contest the twos and contest threes, but no layups.
Jason Kidd feeling like they need to protect the rim above all else right now, willing to give in other areas.
And you have to take care of home base. Otherwise, it's going to be attacked all night, and that's not going to reflect well for you on the scoreboard.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with Cleveland's head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, it's Love and Fry, the sharpshooting big men. Kyle Korver is out there with Rose. And it's Crowder in at the three. Rose kicks to Love. Right side Rose. In the corner, Crowder with it. It's a pick by Love. Jumper off the screen, off the left rim and out.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Snell, the pass to Maker. Back to Snell. Shoots over Crowder. Snell, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Bucks trail by 11. And Middleton kicks to Parker. Over Love. Parker's shot is off.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Korver against Middleton. Passes it to Rose. For three, Love. Milwaukee with the rebound. Maker's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe comes in for Thon Maker. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. James comes in for Jay Crowder. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And so Snell nails both of them. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The screen from Thompson. Thomas kicks to Love. Another miss by Love.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Thomas with the steal. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
If you're the defense, you have to get back. LeBron, a monster out in the open court.
Parker sets the screen for Middleton. Right wing. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. In the corner, Snell with it. And stolen by LeBron. Over to the wing. Here's Thomas. Plenty of space. He can't hit that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Parker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. No luck that time either. The Cavaliers leading by 11. From deep, LeBron. Another miss by James. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Middleton inside the 3-point line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
Love with the screen on Parker. Here's Thomas. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Thomas against Brogdon. Middleton outside. To the middle. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Cleveland's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Thomas against Brogdon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Thomas. Bucks trail by 11. Brogdon the pass to Parker. To the middle. Here's the screen. And Monroe kicks to Brogdon. And the 3-ball is good.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Well, Cleveland shooting a meager 37% for the game. James dishes to Thompson. Smith right side. Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. The pass to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist number 8 now on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Inside.
Parker passes to Monroe. Back to Parker. The shot missing. Great D that time from Love. The Cavaliers leading by 10. James in the post. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. James has got 13 points in the second half. And here is Brogdon. Monroe outside. Here's Brogdon. Kicks it down to Middleton. Over Smith. Kept alive. And that one's good, Brogdon.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Cleveland's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. To the middle. Here's James. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Monroe.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
James, no good on the free throw. And Smitty, Kevin Love has weathered a surprising amount of criticism over the years. In Minnesota, he put up big numbers, but they said he wasn't a winner. And he goes to Cleveland, and they say, you know, what's happened to those big numbers?
You're right. It's a catch-22. Really not fair. Last season, I think he answered all those questions. He did it all, a 20-10 contributor on an elite team.
One shot.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Cleveland leading by 9. It's a pick by Love, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Parker outside, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Thomas kicks to Love. Pass to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Good D by Parker. Bucks trail by 6. Parker sets the screen for Brogdon. Feeds it to Parker. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Parker's got 11 points here in just the second half. Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. On the wing, Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Smith for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place, and stolen by Love. Smith dishes to Thomas. The putback, and Love with his second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up, and stolen by Love. Ron right side, misses off the right iron.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Snell, that's good.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Thomas down low. He's guarded by Brogdon. Thomas, good.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Brogdon the pass to Parker. Monroe with a screen on Love. Parker kicks to Snell. 6 on the shot clock. Parker right side over Love. Parker's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Outside for Thomas. For 3, Smith. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Snell dishes to Parker. In the corner, Middleton with it. Good work defensively by Smith.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Cleveland gets it back.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
And the dunk by Parker.
And he's just going all out to to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
Here's Smith. James outside. James sets the screen for Love. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. Smith missing again. Bucks trail by 5. Snell from outside. Here's Middleton. And he makes good on the way. Middleton's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Flat out effort play right there. The kind that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
Here's Thomas and Parker with the block. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. The quick look, no good that time.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's James. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 16-7 run. Parker passes to Brogdon. Dishes to Middleton. Here's Parker, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And Parker drops them both. Well, Cleveland shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Here's Thomas. Nails it.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Screened by Parker. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Timeout called, Cleveland. The score knotted at 112. 41 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Parker outside. Down low, and stolen by James. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kick starts the break.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 2. 20 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. Back to Middleton to take the lead. Misses the three. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're in front by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.